What is up, everyone? He is Anthony Turk. I am Jacob Eric Cancino. Welcome to another episode of Grading the Market, part of the Sweep the League TV network. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming out. You just don't want to get left behind, like Rudy always says. Speaking of stuff upcoming, Anthony went to go visit Josh this past weekend.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty nice. Pretty nice. He was able to show me some of his collection. I think he's going to be coming on grading the market here in the future.
Oh
So
yeah, he's got
mm,
his stuff. Was that nice?
it was that nice. So I'm not going to be showing off any pictures that I took over there. I'll go ahead and let him do that on his own. Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
more to come on that.
Yeah,
Might
I'm
even,
I'm excited to see it. I'm sure everybody else will be excited to see what he's got.
yep. See if Rudy wants to go out there. Maybe Shemaya shoot on location, jump in the pool afterwards or something. Who knows? Who knows? How you been, man? It's been a while since we've been in here, brother.
Yeah, no, I know, man. Work, family, life. It's just my middle kid. Um, I traveled a lot for work while they were growing up. So because of that, they're
Hmm.
very limited on their athletic experiences. So we finally got the middle one to start playing softball. Not
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, not that I'm not one of those like, oh, my kid is like, look at this, right? She's the best. But I've always felt that she's had like very good hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm not traveling like I used to. Uh, we're getting into softball. She had her first practice, and after her very first swing, and she's 14, so she's playing with
Oh, gotcha.
girls that have been playing for probably over 10 years.
Hmm.
So after her first swing, her coach just popped up and looked at me like, "Whoa, like what do we have here?"
Yeah,
She's still a little bit intimidated because the girls are older, the girls are a lot better skilled.
yeah,
Um, they know the mechanics, so she's
yeah,
still a little bit intimidated. But we got practice tomorrow. But anyway, we're back.
yeah,
We're here.
yeah. She'll get there. Speaking of kids, I had to take my son to do his driving test this morning. It was a little surreal, man. So when I tell everybody, don't blink, don't blink. It happens like that. Yep.
Yep,
Hey,
yep, yep.
speaking about David, it looks like I'm going to be rocking some UTSA merch this coming fall. Yep, courtesy of David.
That is that's so what's crazy about sports, about cars, about friendships is that you grow up and you're diehard. To me, the most organic sports fan. A lot of times is like I know that you're a Chargers fan. I know that you're a Spurs fan. You used to be a Green Bay fan, um, a Padres fan. Um, I, I but you stick to those teams and that's it. There's no jarring you away from anybody else.
Hmm.
But when it comes to friendships, when it comes to as we get older, right, and our kids start going to places, friends start working in certain places, um, real life, uh, it always outranks, you know, fandom, right? So um, for as much as a young man, I hated anything, Redskins at the time, anything
Hmm.
Cowboys,
Hmm.
um, even any Texas teams, right? I was just, but man, as time goes by, man, I'm starting to fall in love with Texas.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
I root for your Spurs.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's kind of like the same thing with me with remember with the Giants, the
yeah,
G-men
yeah,
being
yeah,
my Sancha team. All the
yeah.
rules doesn't break the rules. They're in a different conference, so it's perfectly fine for me. Perfectly fine. Hey, talk to the boss. Uh, Looks like just to let y'all know in the near future, Anthony and myself will be doing grading the market live at some point. Um, so yeah, big things to come. Like Rudy says, don't get left behind. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Uh, yeah, there'll be more info on that coming up.
Excited and nervous for that.
Nervous to see what happens. Hey, just real quick before we go any further, I'm letting y'all know right now when Anthony and I go live. Right, those of y'all who know from back in the goddamn cards, shout out Alex, Spaces. Y'all knew that we used to, hey, we would watch the language. We have kids in our hobby. For those of you who have watched these previous show episodes, you know, myself and Anthony, we do the same thing. We love that we're children in our hobby and stuff like that, and we want to bring them on board.
Hey, me and Jacob are former Marines, right? We swear like sailors, right?
Oh
But
my God.
time and place, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Excited for this weekend?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still don't know who I'm rooting for.
You know,
I kind
the
of
big the big game this weekend, the Chiefs and the Eagles. Before we dive in, what are you gonna got any picks or anything like that? Anything to say?
if
I'll tell you right now. For me, it's a win-win for me because if the Chiefs win, you're gonna have a three-peat. I'm a sports fan before I'm a fan of like any team. So if the Chiefs win, you're gonna want to see a three-peat, and you're gonna be able to say like, dude, I was there. Or like I saw it. I
yeah,
remember when that happened. I
yeah,
remember seeing Travis Kelsey kissing Taylor Swift while the confetti was falling from above and stuff like that, and her looking up at his eyes and stuff like that. And I remember when that music video was shot. you know, there would be so many things that would happen with that now.
yeah. But you
Um,
know that's gonna bring the haters out. If those guys win and they pull it off, and Kelsey proposes and all this, Hollywood stuff happens, it's just going to trigger folks the hate, right? It's just going to be Patriots 2.0. They're going to be as if they aren't
they
already.
probably are already. Yeah, I was about to say.
They are already, but
Hmm.
with them, there really hasn't, outside of the typical like, oh, the refs are on their side, mumbo jumbo, which I believe it is. The football, the NFL, they're in it for money, right? Just like any other business. And I think that they're they want to see they want to protect their assets.
Hmm.
And which who's a bigger asset than Patrick Mahomes? So yeah, if you want to they want to protect them, I get it. Just like the same way they protected Brady.
Hmm.
That's just something we just got to get used to. But you asked for my pick. I think that if it's a fair game, I hate to say it, but the Eagles just have so much momentum right now,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, I was
that
about to say. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be a. I don't have a dog in the fight, but it'll be a win-win situation because one or two things are going to happen. Either the Chiefs are going to three-peat, or man, I know you're going to hate me
I
saying
know.
this, but gonna get to see Saquon get a ring.
So
You know what I mean? And the way he's been, he's had a phenomenal season, bro. I mean, he's put in the work. You know what I mean? I'm not even really a big Saquon fan,
mhm.
but seeing that kind of season that he had, you want you want it to have like a happy ending. You know what I mean?
I've never in adult life or as my life as a fan, I've never had a my team where I've had a player, a prospect in the draft that I wanted so badly, and then have my team draft him.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what happened with Saquon.
Hmm.
I was in the front of the Saquon bandwagon from day one, and even even the folks on the socials screaming, "Oh, the Giants are stupid for drafting a running back number one." I was like, "Are you stupid? This kid is not just any ordinary running back."
Mm-hmm.
And I went out, I bought a bunch of his rookie cards,
Mm-hmm.
autographs. Um, so after my, uh, I'm over it. I'm over my pain.
Yeah, because you burnt everything.
I ain't
I
burn
would be
everything.
over it too. You think somebody who murders somebody else, they don't care about the other person already? They took them out,
Yeah, so
dude.
I'm rooting for his ghost. Yeah, no,
Can you
he's a good dude, man. He
yeah,
definitely deserves it. In my opinion, he should have been the MVP this year.
jumping back to the Chiefs side, man? Can you imagine if they win and who is it, Tops or Panini, whoever gets a hold of them first? Uh, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, dual auto. I'm calling it. I'm calling it here. They
You,
win. Dual auto card. Taylor
you,
Swift, Travis Kelsey.
I mean, the value of that just for Swifty clients.
Swifties will go crazy, buy up all the boxes. Can you imagine? The Swifties take out the breakers. That army's big, dude. That army's big. I think I was in Jerry World one time when or I was in Dallas when she was holding a concert. I believe it was in Jerry World.
Hmm.
I could not believe it. I was like, what is going on? They were like,
Yeah,
oh, there's a Taylor Swift concert going on. It's like,
yeah.
wow.
I had to. I live in Central Florida, so there was a Friday. I thought I was leaving early.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get on I-4, which is
Mm-hmm.
normally already really bad. It took me like 3 hours to get home. I was like, "What's going on?" Taylor Swift concert.
I'm telling you right now, if if the Chiefs win, you heard it here first. Dual auto cart, one of one. Maybe put some sparkles on the not like how the Swifties dress and stuff like that.
Like one of
Game
one.
worn, game worn patch, maybe with
She
whatever
kisses it
she's
with
wearing at
she
the time.
kisses it with the red lipsticks, kiss marks.
God, yeah, we can go on forever with that. Hey
Uh,
man, yesterday was the NBA deadline. Did the Knicks pick up anybody?
in the trade with um it's slipping my mind. Um, the Jimmy Butler trade. They,
They were involved
they
in that a little bit.
yeah, they got rid of Jericho Sims and picked up um, a kid from Minnesota or Dallas. I forget the kid's name, but he's just going to be a role player, somebody that can come in and spell the spell the five starters that are playing 46 minutes a game.
That's like, Spurs got De'Aaron Fox finally, so everybody
That's
in the
gonna
2-1
that's gonna,
happy. Yeah, he got 24 points in his first game. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. But hey, that brings us to damn, our first subject. 15 minutes in. Hey, Anthony, I was going to ask you, when a player gets traded, does that hurt the value of, like, let's say their rookie card? Because I know some people don't like it. I think I asked some collectors before. Um, let's say, would it be like cringe, I guess, for me to go get a De'Aaron Fox rookie card and display it, being that he's not in a Spurs uniform or anything like that? How do you feel about stuff like that?
I think it's cool. Obviously, you'd want it to be organic. You'd want it to be, you want him to be in a rookie card to be with your team's jersey, if
Mm-hmm.
it's the PC.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, that's not the case. Go take a look at a Jalen Brunson rookie card. He's
Mm-hmm.
wearing the Mavericks jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and his rookie cards have skyrocketed to beyond, anything that I really want to go out and spend,
Mm-hmm.
at least as of now. But
Mm-hmm.
um, there's two sides to it. I
Hmm.
think that when I was a teenager, somebody um, expressed to me that your feelings aren't always right, and that's something you've got to consider when, let's say, if you're a Mavericks fan and you PC Luca, you
Sorry,
gotta,
Mavericks fans.
yeah, you gotta, you have to sort of let the dust settle before you do anything crazy with your cards, right?
Like burn them.
Or just slash them to half price because you just want to get rid of them.
Hmm.
Because I guarantee you, there's a Laker fan out there that's dying to get their hand on a Luca rookie card right now.
Yeah. So would you say, I guess, end of the value can actually go up? Would you just try to target the Laker market in this example?
Um, Definitely, right? Obviously, I don't think, um, like, consider um, your boy Leonard
Kawhi, the claw.
Kawhi, right? How many when he left San Antonio? How many Spurs fans wanted to hold on or keep his rookie card? I know you
Oh,
do.
yeah. Uh,
Um,
me,
but
me, and
so
everybody else.
I think that it probably stays like even for the most part.
Hmm.
Unless sellers are just like, I don't want this card. I hate them. Blah blah blah. They let their feelings get involved.
Hmm.
But I think for the most part, it probably stays even, unless it's a player again to sort of go back to Jalen Brunson. Unless he's a player like that where, yeah, he was a starter, but he wasn't necessarily considered the type of talent that he turned into.
Hmm.
So when you're talking about situations like that, um, you know, that definitely his the value of his rookie cards again have skyrocketed. So I think especially if Luca wins in LA,
Value should go right up.
that's his value is going to skyrocket even more.
Mm. You know what? Now come to think about it, speaking of dual auto, I completely didn't just slip my mind. Dual auto, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Laker card coming at you. You
Yeah,
know they're gonna do it.
throwing Bronny just
You know, they come up with everything, dude. Yeah.
yeah.
Now I feel you, man, and I think yeah, I understand. I think the situation, every situation is different, and you just got to wait and see what's going to about to happen. It's definitely not something like if something bad happens, completely different scenario.
Mhm,
Let's say a player finds himself in the news for all the wrong reasons or for some wrong reasons.
mhm,
Um, it's definitely not something like that. Um, you know what? Speaking of that, Anthony, I know you and I were kind of talking about this like a little ways back when I think it was Wander Franco was going through his stuff. Um, I think we were joking around were about how much money we had spent and stuff like that. For collectors out there, for who are new to the hobby, if they find themselves in that situation where maybe the person that they were PCing is in the news for the wrong reasons, what should they do? Should they just you know flash, go ahead and try to get rid of everything, or um, hold on to it?
I think that we're a very reactionary society, and we're herds. Um, we don't. I know that we say everybody's innocent until proven guilty, but in the court of public opinion, it just seems like, especially in the sports world, that you're guilty until you can, beyond a shadow of a doubt, prove that you're actually innocent.
Hmm.
It just sucks. I think that there's different tiers to that. If you're talking about, not making light of it, but let's say Aaron Hernandez,
Hmm.
if it's something as egregious as that, or even the Wonder Franco situation, which obviously the Franco situation, I think people were trying to like hold off. I know I was. Um, Firstly, look to see if maybe the manufacturer, whether it's Tops or if you got a jersey, to see if they're offering some sort of buyback, or some sort of redemption for. Obviously, they're not going to do it for every card, but maybe some higher value cards. Look to see if there's some sort of redemption, that you could either maybe go through a local card shop or maybe directly through their website. If we're talking about um, some serious but lighter wrongdoings, let's say like a John Morant,
Hmm.
uh, I mean, he was just an idiot.
Hmm.
He didn't break the law. Um, he didn't. I'm sure he didn't do anything against his contract.
Hmm.
He probably didn't even break any like team rules.
Hmm.
But again, the court of public opinion just uh, just weighs so much on these guys that um, they got to take action.
Hmm.
So I know with them, his value, like his rookie prism, silver
Hmm.
prism, I think at one point was at like 500, $700. So I mean, it was just once like the first gun charge, not gun charge. I'm sorry, pardon me. Once the first gun video came out, it
The one
started
where he's
dropping.
like jamming in the passenger side or something like that.
Or
It's
the
called.
no, I'm sorry, the one in like a strip club, or
Oh,
it was in the dark. He flashes a gun,
how
and then
many videos does he have?
there's two. There were two videos of him holding a gun. Uh, and I mean, I get it. He was completely and totally unsafe, um, pretending or looking like um, you know a portrayal of what he probably sees a lot on TV, and maybe he's lived some of it, right?
Hmm.
But regardless of it, it looked bad, and his card dropped. I jumped in on one of them. I bought one of those
I
prisms,
remember.
and
So you got it right after the incident or his
after,
incidents. So
yeah,
you how well did you get it for cheap or
I
did the
mean, I
price
got it.
drop at the time?
I got it for half of what it was at its highest peak, but I still haven't recouped because
It
it
has not.
continued. Yeah, excuse me, it continued to drop.
Mm,
So
gotcha.
I'm hoping that I mean, he's been playing very well. Gigi Jackson is playing pretty well. He's killing the rim. He's back
Mm,
to himself.
hmm.
So I wonder. I don't know what it's gonna take for him to get back in everybody's good graces. Again, he didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything malicious.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Obviously, something his carelessness could have.
Yes. So that's why you're saying that his card value kind of did it bounce back a little bit at least?
It no, so it's definitely coming back, but
Hmm. Just
definitely
slowly but surely.
not at the rate that it not at the rate that it dropped.
When they drop, they surely do drop. Hey, you mentioned buyback in there, and we weren't going to talk about this, but I noticed. I know. Remember, you had mentioned something about buyback with the Shohei Otani and, for example, Aaron Judge MVP
Mhm.
cards or whatever this and that. What what was the information that you wanted to share about that?
So it's a sore subject. Um, do
For
your homework.
you. in
Yep.
your collection.
You guys do your homework. Never depend on anybody else, even if you think it should be a trusted source. Do your homework. Make sure that you've got your timelines in order. So, as many of you already know, there's a tops. Um, excuse me. Tops offers. They've got a partnership with LCSs where if you pull from the Tops Chrome, if you pull um, the card for the player that happens to win um,
MVP.
AL MVP and NL MVP. This year for a base Chrome Otani or Judge, it was $20. For Refractor Sepia, it was $40. And then the higher the rarity, the more money you got. So I was looking, I was hoping to at least use um, the amount of with you my use my pardon me. I was planning on using my buyback to at least cover half of a Topps Chrome Update hobby box,
Gotcha.
chasing a scheme. So I dodged the bullet there, right? But
A certain Paul Skeens card.
yeah, um, I would have been happy with a Ellie De La Cruz too.
And that's all. No, not. I don't ask for much. It's a Ellie De La Cruz MLB debut.
So those were like we talked in another show. Uh, the hobby shops, once that list of players that haven't been pulled yet, once that list gets smaller and smaller, those guys don't want to buy any more boxes because it just gets too expensive for them. And then once schemes gets pulled, no one's going to buy those boxes anymore. So
Hmm.
they didn't have any more. So I felt like I dodged the bullet there. And then at that time, I asked like, "Hey, when's the buyback over?" And um, the guy at the shop says, "Oh, that it runs until February." So I went yesterday. My plan was to get a Topps Finest hobby box and maybe even rip it here
Oh,
and
that would
grade
have
in the
been so
market.
sweet. Yeah, that would.
And when I said, "Hey, I got some buybacks," they say, "Oh, that was over January 30th."
Mm,
So always pay attention, stay on top of it. Obviously, lesson learned for me, and
yep.
hopefully it helps you guys avoid that situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in the future, when important dates like that, especially when they have like release Panini release schedule, Topps release schedule, Anthony and I will try and get a hold of them, and then we'll be able to share them with y'all, and
Yeah, yeah,
so that we know, see what's upcoming, stuff like that.
yeah. But I do wonder, like, what's the rarity of those Judge and Otani cards now? Because you got to
Mm.
figure everybody gave them back the tops. So, so what if I have like the only 10, right? Everybody traded them.
It's like you're gonna be dealing with. Y'all have to deal with me.
No, I heard somewhere that they'll Tops takes them and they'll reissue, they'll like stamp them or do something funky with them and make them like an insert, like in
Put them in a whole nother project
in the box.
product.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start wrapping this one up. Hey, make sure you give Anthony a follow, as you can see right there at Giant Dad 21 on X. Give me a follow at Jacob Eric C if you aren't already. Alrighty, Anthony. Any last words?
yeah. Enjoy the big game, guys. Do it safely. Hopefully, you're doing it, with family, having a good time. Enjoy it, regardless of, who you're rooting for. Hope everybody has, a good time. And if you can get your hands on some hanger boxes, Prism hanger boxes,
Ooh.
um,
What about
they
hanger
are.
packs?
What's that?
What about hanger packs?
That's what I'm talking about. The hanger
Oh,
box.
okay, there he
The
goes.
hanger. Um, Let me see. I pulled one. I can't find it, but they got some nice cards in there.
Yeah, got any right
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Let me see. Hold on a second.
No, no.
Oh,
There you go.
what do I got here?
Just go ahead and smash it up to the camera so that way we can all
Hmm.
see.
I don't know. I remember last time I tried to do this, it didn't. It wasn't very too clear. It's
Yeah.
not numbered, but
Oh wow.
I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a green wave.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the glare. Maybe you could
Yeah,
take a picture and share it with us on X.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Once again, everybody, he is Anthony Turk. I am Jacob Eric Cancino, and we're going to go ahead and start wrap. We're going to put a wrap to this recording of Grading the Market. Sorry we couldn't. Sorry we've been away for a little bit. Like I said, we just been real busy, but hopefully we'll be back on Monday or Tuesday of next week. All right. Thank you all very much. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, guys.